Well, if you are a fan of the High Line Park in Manhattan, we've got something for you. It's called the Low Line. Instead of an elevated old train line, the Low Line would take you underground. CBS 2's Don Dahler reports that weather would never be a concern at this park.
Let me ask you a question. When you think about underground New York, what comes to mind?
Wildlife? Teeth-rattling noise? Or really ugly lighting? Well, how about beautiful spaces with natural sunlight, grass and trees, and remarkably good-looking people relaxing in a park-like setting? No? Well, these guys do. Dan Barasch, who works for a nonprofit, and James Ramsey, an architect, want to do something amazing.
Part historical rediscovery of an amazing space. It's part science fiction, and I think it's part just sort of green, magical community renewal.
The longtime friends want to turn the dark, old, somewhat creepy trolley terminal under Delancey Street into a glorious underground park.
This is a space that could be used on a day like this that's rainy and cold and gray, and it could be used in winter, and it can be used when it's freezing outside.
Barasch and Ramsey, whose impressive resumes include words such as NASA, Yale, Cornell, and Google, were inspired by the overwhelming success of the High Line project. The park they're proposing, call it the Low Line, would take up 3 blocks underneath the Lower East Side and would feature actual trees and greenery, thanks to technology straight out of science fiction.
There's collecting the light and concentrating it. There's sending it through either a shaft or a fiber optic cable, and then there's distributing it.
They say their idea has gotten a good response from the city, and although they aren't sure yet how much it would cost, they've already started raising funds for their subterranean vision of the future. On the Lower East Side, Don Dahler, CBS 2 News.
Sounds really cool. The MTA spokesperson says that the agency is looking very seriously at the proposal and thinks it is promising, although he adds that the MTA's first priority is to raise much needed funds and the proposed park would be free to the public.